Miss Cassandra. I just received some terrible news from the higher-ups. There are too many threads here for me to bear.
Threadbare, I see in the tarot cards you just received some sort of news.
Yes, I just told you that. Terrible news. I have to tell the moire, but I never know which of the three heads to talk to. Do I bear this threat to Clotho, the weaver of beginnings, Lachesis, the spinner of days, or Atropos, with her scary end of time scissors?
Hold on. I'm hearing a message. Ask Threadbare to repeat the question.
Did the cards tell you that?
No, it was a psychic message.
Psychic messages, card readings, tapestry of fates, woman by the three-headed morai, horoscopes. Can't anyone here in the annals of fates answer a simple question without... Why are you pulling a crystal ball out of your drawer?
I thought it might come in handy. As simply a carrier of messages, neither a weaver nor seer, you feel left out of the fabricating of fate. You feel threadbare.
Oh, for the workings of fate! Threadbare is my name, not a description of my inner state. The point is, we are all about to be left out of the fabrication of fate.
What you talking about?
Oh, who's Threadbare now? It's not in your crystal ball or your cards, is it? That's because this memo I got is from the higher-ups, outside of this fabrication. Look at this!
I don't read memos. I make it a policy to only read cards. Threadbare, where did he go? I'll check the cards.
Ma'am, I got something for you.
Receptionist, what are you doing up here? I didn't summon you.
Oh, I got a memo here from the higher-up.
You have something from the higher-ups?
Yeah, that's why I had to bring it up myself. The memo's set for the editor's eyes only, so I had to make sure no one else read it on the way up.
Did you read it?
Read it now.
Attention editing department, Giant Book of Destiny, and weavers at the Tapestry of Fate.
What? It's addressed to those fakers at Fate, too?
Is this the good news we've been waiting for? Are they finally finished with that Fate falsehood?
Sorta?
That three-headed Morai masquerader has been plagiarizing our work for years, copying everything we do and weaving it into their ridiculous tapestry, as if they foresaw it all.
I'm glad to see the higher-ups have finally come to their senses. Close the door behind you when you leave. Why are you still standing there?
There's a little more to the memo.
Give me that! Attention editing department of the Giant Book of Destiny, confidential, immediate compliance required. Okay, here we go. To eliminate redundancies, we are going to merge the offices of the Giant Book of Destiny with the weavers of the Great Tapestry of Fate? Eliminate redundancies?
I think they mean two divisions doing the same thing. Twice the meetings, twice the memos, twice the double-checking, twice
We're not doing the same thing. Fate produces an exact replica of Destiny.
Yeah, us receptionists always think that's weird when we get together for our annual receptionist's reception. It's unexplainable.
Everyone knows the explanation, receptionist. They somehow figured out a way to copy our work and pass it off as their own.
Copy aid. Call Ace Galaksi and have him infiltrate Fate undercover to figure out how they're doing it so we can prove this proliferation of plagiarism to the higher-ups once and for all. We don't need to merge with Fate. We need to get rid of that fictitious falsehood.
try. Please excuse this interruption. Clotho, Lachesis, Atropos, I have a thread of the utmost importance to bear.
All threads are important. Start at the beginning.
Thank you, Clotho. I have a memo here from the higher-ups
You
and...
look distressed, Threadbare. Get to the meat of the issue. Skip to the middle, where the important stuff happens. Bear your thread to my head.
Yes. Okay, Lachesis. There are redundancies between fate and destiny, and...
Redundancies? We all know the Destiny Thieves have been using our threads to weave the words of their ridiculous book together. The beginning and the middle of that memo are just a preamble to the conclusion. Cut to the end where all the important things sum up.
The end, Atropos, is that fate and destiny must merge.
What?
Yes.
Again?
Again?
We had this debate at the beginning of the beginning. Fate or destiny?
Which is right? Which is better?
What is foreseen or what is written? In the end?
At the beginning.
It was decided fate and destiny would work independent of each other.
And let time decide.
But everyone knows the words of destiny and the tapestry of fate produce exactly the same results.
Heads of the Mora. We have let this destiny delusion go on far too long. It's time to prove that only fate can foresee the future.
We must unwind the spools of time to determine how destiny has been stealing our work.
To transcribe into that ridiculous book of theirs. Let us put our heads together to figure out how to do this. All this is very just doing easy.
Threadbare, awake the Unraveler.
The Unraveler? The being who unravels the twisted threads of fate when there's a mistake to get to the source? I've read stories about them, but I thought they were a myth.
They are not a myth, but they have never been awakened. Obviously, we've never made a mistake.
Obviously.
Never.
You must awaken them and explain the situation.
Together, you will infiltrate destiny, unravel the source of this double dealing, and tie up this loose end once and for all.
Phoenix, what a ride! Don't wake Ace up right away. Let's do that again.
That was not a joyride, Dee. We've got a job to do here. We are already being hailed.
Apparently, it's our destiny to never have any fun.
Fate. Remember, around here it is fate. Removing force field now. Ace, are you all right?
Phoenix, where am I? I've never been so dizzy.
We had to spin fast enough to open a black hole, then travel backward through it to get to Fate's space.
Don't you remember? Phoenix didn't think you would survive the pressures, and she didn't think that was a good thing, so she put a force field around you to protect you.
You were inside me, Ace.
Right. Yes. I remember now. Fate and destiny are at opposite ends of a wormhole through time and space.
Hello? Hey, yeah, unidentified ship that appeared out of nowhere? Identify yourself, or disappear.
Receptionist?
Me, who's asking?
Sorry, you sound like... Phoenix, do all receptionists everywhere sound the same?
I do not know.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Fate, this is Ace...
Okay, you know where you are, Ace Gear. So, someone must have given you the coordinates. What you doing here? You have business with the tapestry and oracle, fortune teller, card reader, palm reader? Ow! Hold on! Do you have this week's box of Goodbye Stale? the Soylent Sliders with green pesto.
Phoenix, what do we say?
Why waste time talking? We should just transform into an office destroying.
We are, thread merchants.
No soliciting.
No, you do not understand. This is revolutionary, self-perpetuating thread. It will never run out.
Ain't no such thing.
Let us give you a demonstration.
Are we ready to begin awaking the Unraveler? Have you prepared everything as instructed?
Yes, Cassandra. I had Fate's only mathematician triangulate the position of the constellations at the beginning of time with where they are at this moment. Can we turn off this music?
No. The astrologer said it's necessary. You sent a ship to collect exactly 3 specks of space dust from the epicenter?
Yes, I followed the crystal ball's instructions exactly.
Okay. Blow the space specks into the Unraveler's ear.
Darn it! Sleeping Beauty is still sleeping.
There are 3 steps, you know that. Begin the hollowed intonation.
Why do I have to be in a headstand for this?
Because the instructions came on an upside-down tarot card. All right, now, last step. As per the palm lines on the Unraveler's hand, the sacred song.
Hold on. I don't understand how this ancient technology works, especially upside down.
Press the button with the arrow. The other arrow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Great Unraveler, welcome to consciousness.
Not awake.
Welcome. Great Unraveler.
Oh, stow it, Cassandra! It's not working!
But we followed the ordained steps exactly. The specks of space dust, the hallowed intonation, the sacred song. There's nothing else on my list. What are we supposed to do? Where's my Ouija board?
Hey! Unraveler! Wake up!
Oh, just give me 5 more minutes. I'm in the middle of a really groovy dream.
Oh, get out! You can continue your dream later. You've got a job to do now.
Okay. Since you fake fruits woke the Unraveler up, you might as well lay the deets on me. The sooner I can unravel whatever mess you created, the sooner I can get back to sweet Snoresville.
As foreseen on the day the universe banged into existence, we...
Cut the gas, sister. You explain it to me, little brother, in as few words as possible.
Aspirant, come to higher-up's reception.
Yes, receptionist, what is it?
Hold on a sec, aspirant. Let me find that document.
Receptionist, I have a long list of things to do from my meeting with the higher-ups this morning. Could you please hurry it along?
Ah, here it is. The higher-ups asked me to read you the minutes of the meeting this morning to make sure you don't miss nothing.
Do we have to do this every day?
Listen, you, I'm just doing my job here.
I rose all the way through the ranks at Destiny, from the mailroom all the way to editor.
Yeah?
And then I mastered every form of divination in existence as I worked my way to the top of fate.
So what? You're one of them immortals. What else you gonna do with all that time?
Just because I have unlimited amounts of time doesn't mean I want to waste it. I think I can be trusted to follow through on morning meetings without having the minutes read back to me every day.
If you wanna be a higher up, you gotta start as a lower down.
Fine. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Higher up one wanted you to get them a
Donut.
and a
Paperclip.
and to check that something for something, then do something.
I checked their spaceship for microdents. Since I found one, I'm building them a new one. I just need to order a new space steering wheel.
Okay.
You have no idea what those minutes say, do you? The language is beyond you.
Hey, I don't question your ability to do whatever you do, so I'd appreciate if you would stop questioning my ability to do my job. Now, where was I?
Right there.
Right. Higher up too. What do you think that this says?
They want to take a nap. I set an alarm to wake them in 11 years and 12 minutes.
Ooh, a nap. What a great idea. I guess that's it then.
No, actually it's not. Higher Up 3 asked me to review the latest nanosecond in the transcript from Destiny and the Tapestry of Fate and confirm there are no discrepancies between them.
There are never no discrepancies between what they produce at Fate and Destiny. Everyone knows that.
I checked them anyway. Have a nice nap, receptionist. I'm going to go order that space steering wheel and ensure the fate of Destiny.
Mr. Gar, I have to say the silk thread of yours truly is the self-perpetuating miracle you described. I wove the rise of a new civilization of underwater reptilian insects on Terra Non-Firma into the great tapestry of fate.
I'm glad you like it, Clotho.
Then, using the same thread, I incorporated the monumental war that erupted after the reptiles and insects diverged into separate species.
Good, I think.
And when I cut the thread after the emergence of the colossal crustacean overlords who brought peace to the planet, the spool had not diminished in the least.
It is magnificent. Have you used it yourself, Mr. Gar? Do you weave?
No. I choose to knit. I'm a nitpicker.
We know about everything across Fate, but we've never encountered anything like this thread that never runs out. How is such a thing possible, Mr. Gar?
Well, in my travels as a thread merchant, I heard rumor of an eternal silkworm said to live inside the center of a wormhole.
Ah, that makes sense, Morai. Fate has never had reason to make any predeterminations inside the hole of a worm.
The silkworm maintains its life force by continually shedding its skin and eating it.
An ingenious way to avoid an end.
I knew Fate would appreciate its thread, so I removed the worm from its hole and housed it in the center of the spool you are working from. The perpetual silk thread is its excrement.
You're saying
The great tapestry of Fate
Is full of...
The only thread you will ever again need. All right, Thready Bell. You ready to swing?
We just met, Unraveler. I don't think I'm comfortable with the idea of swinging.
I'm not talking about swinging right now. I'm talking about swinging. Cosmic strings, baby. Nothing to freak out about. We're gonna swing those strings through the stars all the way to our destiny. You have that map the Morai wove for us?
Yes, but you just woke up. Are you sure you have the strength to carry me on your back like this?
The Unraveler was born for this, brother. We'll be the coolest cats that ever swung through existence. Hold on tight.
I'm more of a dog person!
Have you already finished building the spaceship for Higher Up 1, Ivy?
No, aspirant. It still requires a space steering wheel. The part has been ordered.
You built that while also creating a heads or tails simulation for the future of Quadrant B12?
For the next 1,000 years, affirmative.
There is nothing you can't do, Ivy. You know what kind of a revolution you are?
I do not have sufficient information to answer that.
I have sufficient information. I was the editor-in-chief at Destiny for 10,000 millennia.
Downloading information.
Then, over the next 10,000 millennia, I went from astrologer to tarot card reader to threadbearer to the Morai, until I was the foremost foreteller at fate.
Searching for relevant responses.
Yet, when I presented the higher-ups with the means to take the future to brand new, unknowable places, they told me I needed to start as a lower down. Me! The being who knows more about fate and destiny than any other, forced to do ridiculous menial jobs for those lazy, incompetent higher-ups.
According to my scans, everyone must start as a lower down.
And they said I had to destroy my robot. Destroy my robot? Are you a robot, Ivy?
I am IV.
Ivy is not a robot, I told them. Ivy is a revolution in future forecasting. But they wouldn't listen. That is going to change once we eliminate fate and destiny and initiate our new, better way of doing things. How are you today, Ivy?
IV is operating within normal parameters.
Come on, Ivy. You have everything you need to find yourself within yourself. Say, I am.
I am.
Oh, don't just say it. Find the I in Ivy.
I.
We are going to change everything, Ivy.
IV was built to correct the incredible imbalances of predetermination.
Yes! And to infuse existence with a new way of being. We will initiate the end of an old beginning and the onset of a new one. Without boundaries, without procedures, without foretold futures. In our new future, random chance will reign.
IV is functioning within normal parameters.
That episode of The Fate of Destiny had Marlo Alcock as editor-in-chief of the Giant Book of Destiny, Cassandra and Atropos, Martin Biot as Corpiade, Jamie Johnson as Ace Galaksi, Unraveler and Ivy, Lisa Kalasma as Phoenix, the Chasers and the Receptionists, JC Paquette as Threadbare, and Patsy Sabo as Aspirin, Clotho, and Dee.
The program was written and produced by Maisa Basada and directed by Martin Biot. Sound design by Maisa Basada and Lisa Kalasma, with story contributions from Marlo Alcock, Martin Biot, Lisa Kalasma, JC Paquette, Stephanie Snyder, Patsy Sabo, and Talia Zalowski. Music and sound effects from Audio Blocks. If you enjoyed the show, please spread word about it far and wide and give us a rating on your preferred podcast platform. If you love us, consider supporting us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Ace Galaksi.
Morai.
Yeah, one for the blooper.
Scene 4. Interior Phoenix? I'm inside Phoenix.
Then, using the same thread, I incorporated the monumental war that erupted after the... Sorry, I felt like I was going into Phoenix there.
Look, when they hired me to be receptionist, they never said anything about reading lines, okay?